What up, Ranger Nation and fellow tankies? Christopher, a.k.a. Black Ranger 3708 here, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today, in episode 9 of the Sodor episode Chronicles, I'll be breaking down the 9th episode of Thomas and Friends, Troublesome Trucks. Premiere date, November 6th, 1984. But first, to the intro.
Hi, this is Roger Velasco from Power Rangers Turbo, Power Rangers in Space, and you're watching Christopher's YouTube channel.
The episode begins with James in disgrace. For several days, he's been shut up. For several days, he's been shut in the shed as punishment for damaging a coach brake pipe. He's miserable, crying, and fearing he'll never be seen again, especially after the humiliation of having his brake pipe fixed with boot laces. Sir Topham Hatt eventually visits James. He expresses his disappointment in James's behavior, emphasizing the embarrassment it caused the railway. James, generally remorseful, sincerely apologizes and promises to behave better. Satisfied, Sir Topham Hatt accepts his apology and assigns him to pull some trucks, much to James's delight. As James eagerly prepares for work, Thomas brings him his goods train. Thomas teases James about the boot laces, which annoys James. James then couples himself to the troublesome trucks. These trucks immediately begin to mock James's red paint, but James, determined to prove himself, ignores their insults and firmly sets off. During the journey, the trucks repeatedly begin to hinder James by holding back. However, James's crew manages to correct these issues each time, allowing him to continue. The trucks then resort to shouting at James to give up, but James remains resolute, intent on demonstrating his improved behavior. The train finally reaches Gordon's Hill. James attempts to pull the trucks up as fast as he can, finding it initially difficult. Midway up the hill, the pulling suddenly begins easier. His driver stops him and points out that the last few trucks in the brake van had broken away due to a snapped coupling and are rolling back down the hill. Fortunately, the guard in the brake van manages to stop them at the bottom and gets out to warn any oncoming engines. James reverses downhill to retrieve the runaway trucks. Edward arrives at the scene having just been stopped behind the separated trucks. Edward offers to help, but James politely declines, determined to handle the situation himself. Edward respects James's decision and encourages him as James begins to pull the trucks back up the hill. With immense effort, James finally reaches the top and safely continues to the destined station. Later, as James rests, Edward arrives with Sodor hat. James worries he's in trouble again. However, to James's surprise and relief, Sodor hat is pleased. He explains that he witnessed everything from aboard Edward's goods train. Because James successfully managed to make the troublesome trucks behave, Sodor hat allows him to keep his beloved red paint. That's all for now, fellow tankies. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Also, don't forget to ring the bell so you won't miss whenever I drop new episodes. I'll put the link down. I'll put the link to the episode down in the description below so you guys can watch it. That being said, may the power protect you always. Peace and love. This is Black Ranger 3708 Demorphing. Bye, guys. Oh, and P.S. Remember to be really useful.